Hello and welcome to our product demo on measurement math. This is going to be a short demo just explaining what measurement math is, our product that we have, our measurement math training kit, and walking through the different parts and pieces and what it can do. So a reminder in the Zoom meeting, if you do have questions, feel free to hit the chat or to ask about it or raise your hand if you have any questions as we go through. Our measurement math training kit consists of really different tools, online curriculum, and in-class curriculum, as well as workbooks and instructor guides. So it consists of 5 sets of our measurement tools. Those measurement tools are used for students to be able to understand and learn the ins and outs of basic measuring using both a tape measure or a ruler, and then also a caliper. Along with those measurement tools that are used for hands-on learning, we also have an online curriculum option for students to self-pace and walk through learning all the key pieces of measurement math, and then also a curriculum option, a classroom curriculum option, allowing teachers and instructors to be able to teach and interact with their students to learn these major concepts. With all this information that is out there, then there are student workbooks that help students engage and then learn and make sure they can assess their understanding of measurement math. All this really is set up in a learning format that we see as best fit for the students. So in this case here, when you get this product, you get 5 sets of measurement tools that are all packaged up for your usage and your students' usage. You'd also get 20 measurement math student workbooks for them to interact with the measurement tools and to do measurement activities with. Now, if you need more workbooks, you can also add workbooks to your orders as needed. Along with that is we have 2 different modes here. We have a classroom curriculum allowing students to learn in a classroom setting and also an online setting. Again, allowing for that interaction both for you and for your students. So let's talk about the classroom curriculum first. So here you see we have 7 different lessons that we walk through and work with students on in this measurement world, from metric and standard readings, how to read a ruler or tape measure, how to read or use a caliper, decimal, conversions, measurements using a ruler or tape measure, and then measurements using a caliper. Now, when we get into our online curriculum, we're going to focus on lessons 2, 3, and 6 to give you a little introduction to that. So a classroom curriculum really is that opportunity for you and your students to interact together and learn in a classroom setting. What comes with the program here is you get worksheets for your students to work on, presentation slides allowing you to walk through each of those lessons, giving them visuals, giving them scenarios, different activities to also work with, and then the workbooks themselves that the students can then see if what they have gotten with the time that they have been in the classroom, do they understand, and can you assess to make sure that they have learned the topic. Our online curriculum goes a little deeper. In this case, it allows students to do a self-paced learning, but it also allows the students to go one step farther. Now, it can be used individually with curriculum in classroom and then have them dive into the online curriculum afterwards to make sure that they got what they learned, or it can be used as a separate piece altogether. In either case, it allows you to be able to walk through these same lessons. Again, metric and standard reading, how to read a ruler or tape measure, and then how to read and use a caliper, decimals, conversions, measurements using a ruler or tape measure, and then measurement using a caliper. So I'm going to show and share with you just a few of these online lessons now. So I have brought up here a lesson for you, and this is our how to read a ruler and tape measure. When you come into the lesson, it will walk you through and give students the ability to read through and walk through the learning on their own, showing them visually what we're going to be talking about for the lesson. Now, once they get in here, they then have to start looking at and doing some answers and working with the lesson itself. So example, here is a question on what is using ruler to find the length of the object in inches. How long is the inches? So from there, I can look at this and I can try to answer it myself. And I would say 6 inches and not quite to a half. So I'm going to say 6 1/4. I can then come on here and again, get my answer for me. Easy little interactive parts for your students to be able to check. Are they on pace? Are they understanding what they need to be understanding? Once they go through some of those, we also have videos, allowing them to watch videos and learn from different experts, from different educators, what and how to best learn measurement math. With that video here, we then have practice opportunities, students to come in here and find the answers for what they think these are. So again, side measurement here, I can come in, I can look at that, I can flip the card and see what the answer is. Top measurement here, I can do the same thing and see what my answer is, allowing students to be able to gauge and interact. Then at the same time, we have other questions and observations and opportunities for students to work through. Now, I'm going to jump to another lesson to kind of walk through what we have in this lesson here. So how to read and use the caliper. Again, this is something that you can work in the classroom, as there's presentation slides, there's curriculum for that. And then you go into this world and it walks you through what a caliper is, walking the different kind of engagement pieces here, being able to see what a dial caliper looks like, a vernier caliper, a digital caliper, all right, a spring joint caliper, allowing them, students, to start to understand and being able to seek information, find out what they're going to be learning and knowing in this opportunity. Once they get that done with that, they can move on to more interactive and more difficult type learning. So again, bringing in different types of visuals, from videos to interactive pieces, and then allowing students to learn from this online source. So bringing us back to our measurement, these are 7 lessons. Every single one of them has a in-class curriculum, but it also has this online curriculum helping students to learn. That then gives you, again, videos, knowledge checks, and online activities for your students to work with, both on a tablet or on a computer as well, allowing that versatility with both of those. Finally, I want to talk about our student work and interact with our student work, and what does that actually look like. So in this case here, I'm going to share with you my screen here, my video, and I'm going to kind of talk through some of this student work here. So what you see in front of you now is you have the case that all of the manipulatives come in, all of the measurement tools. You have the student workbook here, and the teachers will also get an answer key for the student workbook. Again, you get 20 of these workbooks, and you can purchase more as well. As you go through these are color workbooks, allowing students to be able to engage in a very visually stimulating way as well. The workbooks walk through not only giving them examples and having them have to do the work, but it also gives them reminders along the way. As you can see, some of the pages here, it talks about measurement units of a ruler, an object, and how to read a caliper and caliper basics. So it walks them through these skills before you go and start doing the questions here. So measurement tools are manipulatives here that we have. These tools here are hard plastic, allowing students to be able to use and be precise in their measurement. So you get 5 sets of these tools that come in our box here. You get 5 sets of these, and it allows the student to then be able to take measurement in that world. So let's do a few just for example. So I am going to zoom in here, if I can jump on down, there we go, zoom in here, and I'm going to show you, again, going into my workbook here, I'm on page 13, and it's converting unit, metric unit. So I'm going to take my number 1 tool here. And when I'm going to use this number one tool, what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to go ahead and show you how this is done. So give a little bit more visual here is I'm going to go and just do the first some of these questions here. So measure the following sides of object 1 in millimeters. So in that case, I take my ruler here, I then get it to where I need it to go, and I start to take my measurements. Okay, and so I can go and I can find where I'm at in my measurements. So the first one here is letter N. I take that measurement and I'm at, let's see here, 1.5 in, let's see, and it wants millimeters. Okay, yep. Then I will go to H. I have to find my H here. Okay. Going there. All right, and I have my 1.3, I'm going to say 1.35. All right, and then that's my H, and then this is my N. Last one here is F. I'm going to go to that one. I'm going to find that, and I'm going to find it, and it is a 1.25. All right, that's my F. So from that, then doing those measurements now, it asked me measure subject 1. Then place the values in the order from least to greatest. So now I have this, and so I would put this down as from least would be F, then it would be H, and then it would be N. That would be an answer that I would get from this, putting it in my workbook, being able to then see, did I do that correctly by also grading it. All right, now I'm going to jump to our next one, which moving the measurement aside, I'm going to show you some caliper work here. In this case, I'm taking wrong one, number 5. So putting number 5 down, and then it is going to ask questions like measure from side C to side Q. So I'm going to find side C and I'm finding side Q. I'm going to go ahead and take my measurements. Now, one thing here that I have to check is what is it asking? Let me go to that page here on here, and it's asking in inches. So I need to do it in inches. So come on in down, get my measurement, right? And it's showing that it is 1 inch in diameter, in length there. So my calibration is for side C to Q is 1 inch. I'll do one more here just to show side H to O. And so I find that one, come on in, and then I can find what my measurement is. This one, it is 0.6 inches. So I can put that down. Now, again, 0.6 inches. Okay. I can put it right into my workbook, and then I can be able to keep on going and then grade this at the end. So these are some examples that I threw in here for you to be able to see how it's done, allowing your students to go through once you've done the creation and the walking through of how to read a caliper, how to read a measuring tape, how to do conversions. Then it gives that extra help by having students go to their workbook and then start doing the measurements over and over, multiple different ways, from conversions to reading, going through and getting them to work with different type of measurement to be able to hone their skills, allowing them to really get that understanding in that world. So one thing that I want to throw out there to you as we end our time here on this short presentation and demonstration piece is we also have a free resource for you. Thank you for being part of this. And if you would go to our website, realityworks.com, you can get the measurement math infographic by going to our infographic page and being able to fill out your information there. And then you can get this to be able to print out and use in your classroom as well. So a free resource for you for your classroom. And thank you for taking the time to work with us today and hear about this new product.